Alright lads, welcome to the first F1 2014 gameplay video from Bowman Madman F1 and Strategy Gamer. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channels if you enjoyed.
Today we are going to be recording the first part of our 4-part tribute to Jules Bianchi. I'm sure that everybody has by now heard about the terrible accident which occurred at Suzuka, and I'm sure you would like to join us in wishing Jules a speedy recovery.
We apologise about the quality of the video due to the lack of filming equipment. However, we hope that this does not affect your opinion of the video.
Today we have Bowman Madman F1 driving a car around the new Sochi Autodrom in Russia. For your entertainment and to keep the video short, we will be doing a 25% lane for every race in this tribute package. So here we are in Sochi, starting P22 on the grid, back of the grid. First time we've driven around this track today. First video we've done, so please like and subscribe for every video we do if you enjoy them. And here we are, still staying in 22 as we get off to an amazing start. And then up to P21 and 20, 19, 18, all the way up to 13.
Dropping back to 15th and 16th, but still gaining the positions. As you can see, Jules Bianchi is not stopping or quitting. He isn't giving up. And he gains 3 positions. 4 positions just in one corner. And he gains another just by slipstream on the inside, taking a tremendous overtake.
Up to 12th place now, 10 flanking, 11 flanking in the first half a lap. That's got to be a record for Marussia. Can Jules Bianchi get any higher than he got in Monaco? Don't forget Monaco 2014, a brilliant race from Marussia, their first ever point. Can he get any more points today?
As you can see, Bianchi is in 11th place, fighting for 10th, behind Bottas, solo. And he just gains a 10th place position by taking a slipstream on the inside around corner.
He's down the point. Going down that exceedingly tough corner, he maintains his position and he comes round the outside of that one, hits the apex perfectly, straight out into that straight line. What speed he had today. The quick cars get up obviously helped, but that is just something else. And Marussia getting into 10th on one lap from 20 seconds is amazing. Then getting only a 25% lap and going into lap 2 where we've got 11 laps remaining. Going up to Rich Fuel mix.
Bianchi is now in 10th place, very close behind Massa.
Considering the Williams have a good straight line speed this year, Marussia is starting to kick their backbone. Do you agree?
Yes, I definitely agree. This year, Bianchi has been doing his ultimate best. So has Max Chilton. But however, Bianchi is the main person we're focusing on.
Do you think that if he hadn't have had his accident and they introduced 3-car team, he would have a place in Ferrari next year?
It's hard to say. I mean, Bianchi, he has dedicated so much towards F1. I mean, throughout this year and for the many years he's been in F1, he has put all his might and effort into making the Marussia the best team possible.
And what do you think about the new rookie coming into F1 for Toro Rosso this year? Oh, up the inside of that.
Well gained place as he's taken Vettel off.
And yeah, go clip Vettel, maintain the play, let Lou give the play to Maka. Oh, and he clips on the inside again. Don't forget next lap DRS will be available. Owing to tricky DRS detection point of Sochi, it's all to play for.
Now, your question about the newcomer, or aka new rookie, for Tarosso. Well, I think that Tarosso might have made a
Gamble.
yeah, because I mean, accepting an amateur, as you would say, isn't really the best of option, especially where they are at now. I mean, yeah, they're putting all their effort in, but the thing is, they are giving away one of the experienced drivers to a newcomer that hasn't even experienced adulthood, yeah, or experienced what it's like in a Formula 1 car. And I don't know how he's going to cope with the pressure this year.
But how do you think Daniel Kvyat will cope being moved up to Red Bull this year in the wake of the Sebastian Vettel decision to leave Red Bull for Ferrari? How do you think that will affect Kvyat? Do you reckon he's ready for it? Could he only be in his second season?
Well, it sounds like a big thing for him. It's hard to say. I mean, I don't think anyone expected Vettel to be going to Ferrari, because even I would never expect him to be moving up to Ferrari. I thought he'd always stay in Red Bull, because as you've seen last year, he was dominating Formula 1, the construction championship title, and he did an outstanding job. I got pretty tired of him coming constantly in first place.
But then you can say that Mercedes this year, and they have worked exceedingly hard in their car this year, and Red Bull done, and most of the constructors have done. But this year, Mercedes have not been challenged except by the Red Bull and the Williams. But then Williams, they used to be a really good team. So do you reckon they could re-enter that stage in Formula 1? Do you reckon they could increase their power again and get back to the championship?
Well, it all lies in the hands of what they do. I mean, the choices they take. I mean, every choice does lead to a consequence. It just depends what choice they make. Will they make the right ones? Will they make the wrong ones? Who knows? It lies within their hands.
I suppose it depends really on what you think, what your personal opinion is, because, like,
well, we know what yours is.
yeah. Oh, and lap 4, halfway through lap 4, we move up to gate play. Overtook another 2 cars. So Marussia is really having a good day today. Don't forget we're due to pit on lap 6. Whether we do that or not, we're yet to decide, but we think we will. What's the advantage of an undercut?
See, now you asked that, and I don't even know. I mean, they're so, you know, I can't even put it into words. Can you?
It's like, the advantage of it would be that while you're losing time to the car in front, you'll be on fresher tyres, meaning you get that speed boost behind them, even if you're on 5 and they're an option, really, with your tyres are on. Enabling you to close that gap that they put out. When they pit, you'll still be on fresher tyres, so you'll be blasting through, so you'll get that place and maybe a few more places ahead of it, which is always the best way to go.
Could have said it better myself.
Oh, when we missed the corner, the apex light into turn 2, I believe that is turn 2. Sochi, a bit confusing on this turn number, we'll take a couple of really shallow turns. But I do believe that's turn 2. And yeah, we can now see Ricardo sticking behind Ricardo pretty well, not moving out of that 4-second gap behind him, still staying in the 4-second window. Will we be in front of him in the next couple of laps? Who knows? Post your predictions and see what happens. Also, we'd invite you to post your predictions for the outcomes of the next 3 races at the Circuit of the Americas, Sao Paulo, and Yas Marina, Abu Dhabi. Prediction played for Bianchi, and whoever gets most of them right will get a shout out in the last video.
As you can see, Bianchi's still holding 6th place, while Daniel Ricciardo is strongly trying to pull away. trying to open the gap, but Bianchi is not giving up that easily. As he's coming over the corner, he's climbing to closing the gap, but Daniel Ricciardo's just pulling away. He doesn't want to lose that position. It is a battle for 5th place.
Well, it must be quite hard really when you want into that position, don't you? And he take it! Oh, he take it. Can he make a move, Dick? And somebody else take the fastest lap away from him. Then he had the fastest lap in the race at 1 minute 48 seconds. That's pretty good. And he got Duncan into position to the cover. Yeah, he does. Ricciardo takes the advantage. Even though we have the DRS, he still blasted that. Into turn 1, we catch up to the back of him yet again. Missed the apex of turn 1. Go wide into turn 3. And back into kick play. Could that be any more unfortunate? If it could. Up to gear 7 around the shallow corner there. 39th corner, taking it at full speed. And going into that straight, we end up being a couple of seconds behind him. Going down, braking heavily into that corner. I don't know why we've done that. Due to pit into that, can we retake that position before we pit? We've decided to go for the pit stop strategy that's been recommended, but we're not sure whether it'll work out to our advantage or not.
I'm just surprised that Marussia, if I am saying that team correctly, Marussia. I'm still surprised that the Marussia, Jules Bianchi as well, that managed to overtake Daniel Ricciardo, the top,
the third in the driving championship again. Ricciardo done really well, but don't forget Bianchi. He's still in the running for a good championship position. Don't forget, he's still got them 2 points. 2 points. And the Caterham have got nothing. And we peel into the pit now. The pit lane entrance is incredibly tricky to negotiate, being ghosted if you hit that middle bit back. And we go into cockpit view for the pit lane like you have to. Pretty dilly, but you know. Smart cockpit this year, don't you think?
Yeah, very, very smart.
We're going to the lead Mick, and we lead 2 flanking up to 8, down to 8 in the pit lane. Oh my god. Will we make that back up? I know we've undercut Ricciardo. Do we undercut everyone else? Do we need to?
Still in 8th position.
Not bad.
No.
Not for Marussia. And staying into the lead Mick, and we wobble slightly into the pit lane there. Coming out now, rejoining in 8th position with Ricciardo behind us. Not too far away, about 3 seconds behind us. Into turn 2, the pit lane no longer, and the limiter on it takes it down to about 60 miles an hour, which is pretty slow for a long pit lane like that.
Yeah, since it was a long straight.
They could have done with making that pit lane a bit shorter. Also, they could have done with making the finish line a bit about 100 metres further up the straight. Do you agree?
Yes, I strongly agree.
But then also, I think the one flaw in this game was that they did not put the message about Jules Bianchi, supporting Jules Bianchi on the start-finish straight, which they should have put in the game. Codemaster, what on earth?
For 2015, what do you think of the idea of having 1 extra car for the other teams and taking Caterham and Marussia out of the chart?
Well, I think that's absolutely stupid, because they're going to be 2 times the amount of pit lane issue. Each team going to need another 0.5 again, 50% of the complying. Not great at math at the minute, but yeah. And there's going to be more argument than all that, having 2 teammates. And can you imagine the logistical nightmare and the pit? There's not going to be enough room for 3 garages.
Especially with the new cars coming along in 2016, there's meant to be 2 new teams. And plus, if there's meant to be an extra car, that means an extra car for the new coming teams, which is going to put everyone under pressure.
Then by 2016 there will be the 9 existing teams which will have 3 cars, making the 27, plus another skip for the new team which make it 33 cars on the grid. That will not work. It's just impossible, is it not?
It is impossible, especially on some of the tracks when there's tight turnings. Turnings.
And we're maintaining thick position behind Ricardo, not too badly though, about 4 seconds behind him, 3-4 seconds behind him, so we're keeping up well with our Red Bull.
So, for next year in the seasons, do you think Red Bull or Ferrari can pull back and actually gain position between first to third and make it more of a challenge for Mercedes to catch up for the Construction Championship?
In all honesty, at this point, you can't really say, because I don't know what Vettel's going to perform like in Ferrari. He might blast it. Somehow, I don't think he will. He will be going to the Red Bull engines after a good 5-6 years with them. Cut the corner there, apology. But he will not be able to adjust as quickly. I think also with the turbo engine, they have played down Vettel's advantage over everyone else, which shows that it's truly the car's ability and not him. What do you think about him talking about the grid penalty at Austin on Saturday and Sunday?
Oh, to be honest, I think it is going to be a challenge. I mean, it's not really the easiest nor the hardest tracks, but it depends what the day gives us. I mean, you have to expect the unexpected.
But specifically, Vettel, he's been moaning about the grid penalty he's got for using another power unit. But then most other drivers have had that grid penalty imposed, but they don't moan about it or exclude themselves from qualifying. So why should he?
Well, you've known Vettel over the years. He hasn't particularly been happy with any penalties he's got.
But then why should he be any different to everyone else?
Good question, but then we all know the answer to that. He is no different.
But then, also, would Rosberg, at this late stage of the season, would he moan about the grid penalty because it may hinder his chances of winning the championship?
I think he will, because Lewis and Rosberg hasn't really set sail with one another, and since I think deep down inside that they still hate each other, I think that Rosberg is going to use any advantage he can to gain first. He'll use anything.
But then, isn't it a case of the best driver wins at the end of the day?
But then, if he's trying to prove something, what is he trying to prove?
Is he trying to prove that in fact he's the more superior to Hamilton? I mean, Hamilton's been in a lot less years than Rosberg, yet Rosberg hasn't been anywhere near the level that Hamilton has. Does he view it as his final chance, maybe, to prove his worth?
I'm not sure. I mean, Lewis Hamilton's always been pushed to the limit, whereas Rosberg, not so much. He doesn't know how hard Lewis has worked to get this far.
And you can definitely go with Lewis Hamilton and McLaren. They had that relationship which was virtually unbreakable. Can you not agree with that? Because
I have to agree.
He was with them for a very long time from a very young age.
Yes.
So,
especially with Alonso and Ferrari and Vettel with Red Bull. And back on Ferrari with Schumacher. They all had a bond.
and can you all go, let's say, because Rosberg has been with Mercedes since they first started in F1, which was in 2010. He partnered Schumacher. So, but he out-qualified Schumacher a ton of times in 2010 and 2011 and 2012. So, do you think his downfall had come from being teammated with Hamilton? Can anyone say that? Or is it just a case of he's not doing as well, he's a bit agitated, but he's feeling under pressure, worried that his gate is going to go if he's not careful, and trying to prove his worth?
Thing is, I think he is worried that Hamilton might win the championship, because you can see he's under pressure. He's always uneasy when he's around you. And as you can see, every time he wins a race, soon after, when they view both of them near each other, they don't talk as much. They will try and avoid each other.
But then, could that not be good about any team? Because Vettel and Ricciardo, Vettel gave part of his motive to go to Ferrari, was Ricciardo at Red Bull. And then Ricciardo and Alonso want to leave Ferrari to open up that seat for Vettel because of Kimi Räikkönen. But you can't really go.
Thing is, no one knows what really goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah, because the TV cameras only show a certain amount. Did Dick play on lap 11 with only 3.5 laps to go? 2.5 laps to go? Can we get any higher? Can we probably aim for podium position? Still 4 seconds behind the car. Are we able to do it?
Bianchi's still 6th place, but I strongly think that he's going to gain at least 3 more places before the end of the race.
I hope so, because that would be the most amazing tribute anyone could do to Jules Bianchi to get onto the podium. Bar getting a win, a podium position would be
which is more than Marussia could ask for.
Yeah. With regard to the rating segment, how do you think Bianchi will recover? Do you think he will have a full recovery and be back in the F1 car soon enough? Or do you think he'll take a year out, maybe just have a bit of a relaxed year next year, and try and come back fresh in 2016? What do you think?
I think it's hard to say. He's always eager to get back in an F1 car. I mean, that is every single driver. I bet they've all felt the same way.
Yeah.
But after the tragic accident, I think he's going to take a year off, do a fresh start, because then he'll know where he will stand. He knows what he's going to have to deal with.
And we take 2 more positions up from turn 2 on lap 12, 1 and 3/4 more lap to go. Can we turn that Mitchell mix up and get past 3rd position to nab that final podium position and take 3rd in our championship of the 4 races? We're choosing to do a championship. We're choosing to do a championship, a mini championship, just to show how much we can do. Don't forget the next race will be raced by Strategy Gamer, and we're hoping to repeat the performance that we've had today in Sochi. From last to point, it's pretty amazing run by anybody, but especially from the back of the team, which will show that they're not always the worst, and that they have more commitment to their cars, and they are able to get that power to overtake a bigger team that have it handed to them on the plate. Do you agree?
I agree. I mean, Caterham, as you can see, they've gained no points. I mean, Kobayashi last year, he gained the 3rd place podium, but that was his first podium, and he moved to Caterham. But no matter the odds, he is still a good driver.
Yeah.
No matter what.
And we've undoubtedly got DRF on button going into the final lap, turn 1 of the final lap. We open up our DRS, take a back view to see whether we have got that DRS power we have. We flip Seamus guy the button, take him on the entrance to turn 2. Can we make the position thick? We don't know. I know he comes up the outside of us. Can we try and get that position back to get a well-earned podium here at Sochi? And we do. We take the position and we make it thick, but we go a bit wide and deep into that corner. But we take the position, make it thick, and it looks like it will be our final position for our race today here in Sochi.
As you can see, 2nd to 4th is Alonso. Will Alonso take 3rd place? Will he have enough power to take on Bianchi?
Alonso, it'll be quite amazing if Bianchi does get this podium and it is deserved, and we're trying to get the best possible position just to represent him on a race that he unfortunately did not get a chance to partake in.
How do you think Alonso felt after the tragic accident of Jules Bianchi?
I think Alonso, like all of the drivers, was bigly affected by it. You saw the podium, you thought that they were not. In fact, with it, they looked shell-shocked, really. Hamilton did not go to voting win at all, taking the championship lead yet again, defended it. He did not look happy about it. Going into the final corner, third place, and we get our first podium of the game in the Marussia of Jules Bianchi. Position change of 19 with the fastest lap, 1 minute 48 seconds, 0.879. And that concludes our make here in Sochi.
Excellent, outstanding for Jules Bianchi. This just shows how much dedication Jules Bianchi puts in, not only to F1, but the team, and to himself, and his family, and his fans.
And taking the third place, go find the championship standing. Can we make it that we get a higher, maybe second place championship, which has been earned by Jules Bianchi? And thank you for watching, and for everyone subscribing and liking. See you again next time.
Thank you guys, hope you subscribe and like, and we will share more videos with you as well as soon as possible. Thank you so much for your support.
Goodbye.